In my professional and personal life, I work to emulate what I see Sister Cathy do with others around her. She lifts those around her up in a way that does speak to loving all without distinction. She cares and works and loves with others, loves others as God would want you to do.
I'm a firm believer that behind every face there's a story, for all of us. On the high school level, working with kids, it's a real important time for them, and they could go either way. And so I think it's important to try to give them all the time that I have.
They do have this memory of walking with her in the hallway and seeing first-year freshman students stopping her, talking with her, trailing after her, wanting to be with her, behind her, and feeling like she was somebody really important in their lives.
And I enable people to be comfortable, and I enable people to feel respected and loved. And I think that's nothing more than living gospel values.
She inspires you to be what you can be and to ask others to be all they can be and for you to help others be all they can be.
Here I am, 69 years ago. What brought me there was a sense of being called to the Lord's service. I didn't know a whole lot about the sisters. I didn't know really about their mission at that time. But as years have gone on, especially after Vatican II, the real mission, as we have talked about, of bringing neighbor with God, is just my life's blood.
She makes everybody feel comfortable, no matter what situation. Always inviting everybody to do everything. She brings us all together.
I love nurturing new life. There was lots of opportunities to work individually with people, but there was also opportunities to facilitate their own growth and help them to be leaders.
We had a list of people in the parish who had special gifts that they could offer the parish. Snow removal, carpentry, and she brought us together. She brought people to people, and she brought us to God.
Whenever I can enable people to recognize God in their lives, it makes me happy.
Every day I offer my day up to God, and I know that everything will be taken care of. And that strength and that faith came from my time with Sister Mary.
It makes me want to continue doing what I'm doing. I wish I were 50 years younger.
I met Sister Pat in 2005 as a new immigrant from Guatemala. It was my first time to come to USA, so my first need was to learn English. So I went to the Sister Pat and I knocked the door. She opened her arms, the doors, and she was ready to understand me. And I don't know, now I realize that was the love language, because she understood me and I understand that they really want to help me in everything, not only in English classes.
Miriam comes with a sense or a desire to want to do better, I think she would say something like have a voice.
She is always open for listen, open to understand, and she is ready to help in any situation that you request to advise or help.
We call ourselves to be, God's active and inclusive love among the dear neighbor, and I hope that I am, in the sense of reaching out, of respecting, of treating each one, with the dignity and the worth that each child of God has, is responsible. It's part of us.
It's wonderful because I received from Sister Pat the encouragement to have the voice and express myself And now we can see as a family that our life is changing, and we are always expecting a better future.
She has turned around and she has done the connecting with neighbor as well. So I look at that and say maybe our little neighbor to neighbor and then her neighbor out in the community is important as well.